Hey, what's up guys? So the Vantrue E360 Dashcam has this cool party trick where you can actually get it with an optional battery-powered selfie stick like this. It's the Ace version of the Dashcam. And the idea is now you've got like a 360-degree portable action cam as well. Now there's batteries here to power the Dashcam or action cam while you're walking around with it since it's not plugged into your car. And there's also these kind of removable tripod legs like this that you can screw into the bottom of the selfie stick and then just have it set up like this in case you want to have it just kind of set in the ground and walk around. Now, obviously, if you've got it set up like this, you're not having the dash cam protecting your car, but I'm really curious to see how well this actually works. Now, the E360 has a pair of fisheye lenses here like this, and if we flip it around, we've got a touchscreen here on this side that's going to allow us to control the different options here for both driving and parking recording, or I guess handheld recording. And if we take a look first at the different resolution options, we've got a 5.2K panoramic view, which is going to give us a really wide view using both of the cameras. And we've also got some controls over how it handles stitching the two different cameras. So if we take a look first at the panoramic stitching options, we can have it put the two different camera angles side by side, left and right, or we can try to change it and have the subject in the center of the frame. And then we've also got a bunch of different fisheye options here as well. So we've got a dual fisheye lens, we've got fisheye plus fisheye, we've got different resolution options and aspect ratios. There's going to be some different frame rate options like 60 FPS versus 30 FPS. And when we go back into the stitching options here, if we look next at the fisheye stitching options, you can see we can do left and right and up and down. And to make it easier to understand all of this, let's go ahead and try it out. Now, to demo the different recording modes, let's go for a quick hike. I'm going to be having everything recording here on camera, and the audio is what you hear from the in-camera mic as well. Now, we're going to start here with the 5.2K fisheye mode. This is kind of set to the left-right recording mode, so I should be on one side of the frame, but you're able to see all the way around in different directions. And if I set the stitching to center mode, it's going to put kind of like what's in front of me in the middle, which makes me kind of like cut off on either edge. And so if I want myself to be correct, I kind of have to turn the camera away from me like this, so I can't see the selfie screen anymore with all the controls and stuff. I'm just looking at like the main front end of the camera. And so I guess this is how you would want it to work if you're using like the center shooting mode. Now I'll flip it back here to the left-right stitching mode, and next I kind of want to take a look at like some of the angling stuff. I got some telephone poles here so you can see kind of the leveled horizon and whatnot back that way. If I kind of tilt the camera up and down like that. Additionally, there's no image stabilization built in, so come on bud, let's go for a run. So we can just do like a quick little jog here, and you can kind of see the sense as far as like how well the image stabilization works. I'll actually compare this here with the phone and the phone stabilization in just a second. The next mode that I want to take a look at though is the dual fisheye mode. This is going to give us two like fisheye views, as you can see here, kind of on the left and right side of the frame. And so if we don't want to stitch them into a panorama, this is kind of like what the dual fisheye mode looks like. And then in terms of stitching, you can also have them stacked vertically instead of left or right if you prefer. We'll go ahead and start heading down the trail here. So I guess if you're doing like a TikTok video or something and you want this dual fisheye view, or I guess a YouTube short, you've got this option here as well. Now for the fisheye plus fisheye settings, this is going to give us two separate video files, each one looking like a fisheye. So you've got one camera that's going to be recording up ahead, and then you've got a second camera that's going to be recording with this like selfie angle here on the other fisheye lens. Now you also have the option to remove the fisheye effect. This is going to be one of the first ways. This is the 1944p by 1944p with a 4:3 aspect ratio. And so this is going to be a little bit taller than like the traditional widescreen YouTube view that we normally get in our videos. Now, if you want the more traditional aspect ratio, kind of like the wide view, you can switch it to 1440p by 1440p with a 16:9 aspect ratio. You also have a couple different frame rate options. This is going to be recording at 30 FPS, and you also have the option to do the same thing, but at 60 FPS. So this is going to give us a smoother video and whatnot. However, when you enable 60 FPS, you do lose the HDR functionality, which, I don't know, let's see if that's an issue up here. We can kind of point the camera up at the trees like this towards the sun, and then we can also replicate the same thing now at 30 FPS, but with HDR. And speaking of dynamic range, we can also take a look at the difference between the highlights and the shadows. This is with 30 FPS and HDR turned on. And this is the same thing now at 60 FPS with HDR disabled. So it looks like we do have a little bit more blown out here in the highlights. And you can see the differences here with the shadows and the highlights too. Now, one thing that I'm really curious about is this dash cam does not have any image stabilization built in. So I'm going to go for a little walk here, kind of continuing on down the trail. And I'm really curious to see how stable it is here. The dash cam, the dash cam does feel kind of hefty, especially with the selfie stick here, which has a battery in it. So it's going to be pretty solid. But let's do a quick comparison here actually with my phone. It's going to be 4K, but it does have image stabilization. So let's see the difference. So first up, here's the two different cameras. We've got the Vantrue E360 at 1440p, 30 FPS, and then we've also got the iPhone 14 Pro at 4K, but also at 30 FPS, and the iPhone has some image stabilization built in. Now, the iPhone also has a special action mode that's going to do an even better job at stabilizing footage. Now, it's going to drop the resolution also down closer to what we have with the Vantrue, but the video footage should definitely be more stable than we've got due to the extra built-in electronic IS. And again, none of these cameras here are on a gimbal. I'm just hand holding both of them here. The Vantrue, again, I've got to use like its selfie stick thing, but the iPhone, I'm just kind of hand holding. Now, speaking of phones, we also have a vertical aspect ratio here if we want this instead. So for TikTok or YouTube Shorts or whatever, you've got a 9:16 aspect ratio available here. That's also at 1440p or 2K. And so if you want maybe like the vertical look here, I don't know, you're hiking through the trees, you do have that option. And then you can also do the same thing here with 60 FPS for the smoother video. But again, you are going to be losing the dynamic range. And so like hotspots like this are going to be brighter and more blown out. And you're not going to have as much shadow detail available. Then we can switch back to the panoramic mode, 5.2K. Woo, thorns there. 30 FPS. I'm assuming HDR must be built into this as well. But this is, again, kind of a cool way just to give you a view of like all the way around. So if you want to see off to the side, there's some fallen trees down there. There's another fallen tree kind of ducked under it here. Look, it's pretty tall, so I don't think I can even reach it. I can jump and get it. I just barely get it. So, so I can do that. I don't know. Were you able to see that? I don't know. We'll see. So that's the coverage here. Like with this fisheye, just kind of set into the panoramic mode. We can also quickly test out the tripod feature here and just kind of set it down instead of hand holding it to see what that looks like. Now, I'm guessing the microphone might struggle to pick me up as I'm farther away, but you'll be able to see me better as I get closer. So here's, I guess, what it looks like at different directions. Then I can also pretend to be like a TikTok hiking influencer and not even notice the fact that there's a camera sitting right there. And with all that said, what do you think? Like, what's your maybe favorite mode here, and how useful do you think these different capabilities are? I'm not really a selfie stick kind of hiking type of person, but maybe this could be useful for something like if I'm, I don't know, hiking through SEMA, for example, and going through the show, and you want to show different directions. I do wish there was some image stabilization, just because like as I'm walking, you're probably going to notice that I have to do my best to not move it up and down like this, just to kind of keep the horizon nice and level. But it's an option, you know, if you don't want to pick up like one of the GoPro or Insta360 style cameras and you've got one of these already, here's how this would look.